Under a sky full of twinkling stars and a gentle moon, Max nestled in his bed, his toy fox, Felix, snuggled beside him. Willa the Wise, a small plush owl, perched on his lap. Tonight's bedtime story was about courage and working together. Once upon a time, in a cozy forest bathed in moonlight, lived a real fox named Felix. Curious and clever, beside him often sat Willa, a real owl, whose eyes held the wisdom of the ancient trees, and their friend was a brave and kind-hearted boy named Max, who loved exploring the woods. Ever one sunny morning, while venturing deeper than usual, Max, Felix, and Willa heard a faint cry. It sounded like someone was in trouble. Felix, with his sharp ears, pinpointed the direction towards the Whispering Falls. As they approached the falls, they saw a little bird, its wing caught under a fallen branch. It chirped sadly, unable to free itself. Max felt a pang of sympathy. "We need to help it," Max exclaimed, but the branch was too heavy for him to lift alone. Felix, though clever, wasn't strong enough either. Willa, being a bird herself, couldn't move the heavy wood. Suddenly, Felix had an idea. "Max, you're the tallest and strongest. If you push from one side, I can try to wedge a stone underneath to lift it a little." Max nodded. "Good idea, Felix." They got to work. Max positioned himself at one side of the branch, pushing with all his might. Felix scampered around, searching for a sturdy stone. Willa fluttered her wings thoughtfully. "I can fly up and see if there's a strong vine we can use," Willa suggested. "That would help," Max agreed. Willa soared into the trees, spotting a thick vine hanging from a branch. She used her beak to tug it free and carried it down to her friends. "We can tie the vine around the branch and pull together," Willa proposed, with Max pulling on one end of the vine, Felix pushing the stone underneath, and Willa guiding the vine. They worked in unison. Slowly, the branch began to lift. The little bird chirped with hope as the weight on its wing lessened. "Just a bit more," Max encouraged. With a final heave, the branch rolled off the bird's wing. The bird shook its feathers and flapped its wings gingerly. "Thank you," the bird tweeted happily. "I thought I'd be stuck forever." "We're glad you're free," Willa hooted softly. "We couldn't have done it without each other," Felix added. The bird smiled. "You make a great team." Feeling proud of their teamwork, the friends decided to escort the bird back to its nest. As they walked, the bird told them stories of distant places it had seen. When they reached the bird's home, it thanked them again before nestling into its cozy abode. On their way back, Max said, "Today we learned how important it is to work together and to help others when they need it." Willa added. Felix grinned. "And that with courage and teamwork, we can overcome challenges." They arrived back at their favorite spot in the woods, where the sun was beginning to set. "It's getting late," Max noted. "Time to head home." "Good night, friends," Willa hooted as she flew up to her tree. "See you tomorrow," Felix called out as he dashed into his den. Max waved and turned toward home, feeling happy and content. Back in his bed, under the twinkling stars, Max hugged his toy fox, Felix, tight. "Good night, Felix." "Good night, Willa," he whispered.